got me water, got no makeup on, fibrosection, bling 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 bling. Right, now this week, sorry, I must stop touching the table because it's wobbling the camera. I was going to do the fibrosection on my PIP experience because it's something that's been on my mind a lot lately, well, every day, to be honest. But something that's even more pressing at the moment that I thought we should cover is fatigue. Fatigue is a massive area for me and for a lot of people that have fibromyalgia or ME. So I just wanted to go over a bit that I've looked up, some things that I feel, and you know, just the frustration of it, things that might help. So yeah, I thought we'd do fatigue this week. That lovely little word, fatigue. So in my experience, fatigue has always played a massive part in my life, and I'm not just talking about when I was diagnosed in 2016 with fibromyalgia. It's not that. It was before then. I could tell you that I couldn't really do PE very well at school because I ran out of energy really quickly. I ran out of energy doing things really quickly. I can see it in my head and remember how I felt. And especially when I used to work at school and nurseries, I'd do something and then just feel absolutely exhausted. And I thought, this must be normal. This must be how everybody feels. And obviously it's not how everybody feels, but it's how I felt. And I didn't realise then that it was due to ME. And then the fibromyalgia side came out when I had the viral illness in 2016. So my fatigue lately has been awful. I've put a lot of it down to the weather. We've had so much rain, we've had so much wet weather, and a lot of my body will go on the weather. So if it's a horrible, wet, miserable day, I feel like I can't drag myself up. If the sun's shining and it's warm outside, it gives you a good feeling. And even though you might feel tired, it's not quite as bad as normal. But lately, yeah, like I say, it's just been so bad. I mean, look, I've got bags under my eyes anyway, but this is why I haven't put makeup on today. So you can see how tired I look, and that's exactly how I feel inside. And it's just the frustration of it. I don't know about you, if you suffer with it too, but I get so frustrated. Like I say, before I was such an active person, and now I'm not. But I try to still move. So this morning I've done a gentle basic Pilates workout. If you want me to link it, let me know and I'll put it in the description for you. It took about 18 minutes and it was all on the floor. Very, very simple moves. They're not difficult. So if you want to have a go, have a go. But when I've researched fatigue, it says on there that you must keep moving. That's the first thing it says, is keep moving. So for me, I've always been told, if you're tired, rest. But no, apparently you've got to keep moving. So I've done this Pilates workout, which I do every Tuesday morning before I have a shower. And I've done that for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Just to try and improve my core muscles for my back, to strengthen my back and everything like that. And I'm even more exhausted than I was before. So, okay, keep moving, I get that. Sometimes when you sit down, it makes you feel worse. So I've also got to do some dusting with me. Oh, he's here already waiting, Dave the duster. Me Dave, if you watch my cleaning hacks, video, you will have seen Dave. He's looking a bit bedraggled on the top there. Look, he needs a bit of a change. So yeah, I will literally just be putting that over everywhere today, and that'll be it. But there are other things that need doing. But I don't know whether it's a combination of fatigue and motivation. You haven't got motivation because you've got the fatigue. Let me just let dog out. And also I find, even like on these bad fatigue days, if I've got something planned, like tomorrow I'm going to seated yoga, and even, sorry, I'm fiddling with my fringe, it drives me mad. Even if I have got the fatigue, I will still go to seated yoga because it's so good for me. It's like, it's such a brilliant thing. Like, not just my body, it helps my mind and everything. So I will be going to that. And I think if you've got something planned, then you tend to get up earlier and get up. You know, even if you feel like, oh, I don't really want to get up. You drag yourself because you know you've got to be somewhere. And it's the same, say if I'm going out for a cup of tea with my mum or something, you know, you get up because you know that's what's happening. And sometimes that makes you feel better. I feel sometimes if I lay in longer, it makes me feel worse. And I know that seems silly because you'd think if you're tired, rest. But I think it's having a combination of both. So I think it's having that balance of an activity and a rest, activity and a rest. I think get fresh air is another one. Like, I mean, I need to take Evie out today, and I don't go very far because I can't walk far at all. But just that fresh air and being outside is good for you. It brightens your head and your mood. Let me go through some of the things that I've researched as well on fatigue. This is another one they said about, if because I'm going to the doctors, going to see my GP. Is it next week or the week after? I forget. I think, it's the week after. I think it's the 17th of March or something. But I'm going to the doctors and I'm going to say this is ridiculous. I can't operate. Like, if I'm in bed, I'm just literally going to sleep. And someone on Twitter today said that they sleep, if they get bad fatigue, they've slept for 18 hours straight before. Well, I've never done that. And to be fair, I very rarely sleep during the day. But at the moment, I feel like I could just crawl back into bed and go to sleep. That's how tired I am. But I found this on the internet called GET. It stands for Graded Exercise Therapy. And it said it's an intervention technique that utilises physical activity as a principal treatment method for addressing the symptoms of chronic fatigue syndrome. Gradual guided physical activity can be helpful, though not a cure, for individuals with CFS or ME. So when I went to the pain management clinic for my fibro, they were talking about pacing being increasing your activity. So for example, if you want to walk, if you walked before like I did, and you want to increase that, they said do the same walk every day for even if it's a 2-minute walk, a 3-minute walk, and then increase it the next week to, say if you've done 2 minutes, increase it to 3 minutes, then increase it to 4 minutes, then increase it to 5 minutes, until you're gradually increasing the amount of time that you're walking. And I get that, I do, but it doesn't always work. What if you're on a bad pain day and you can't walk? Got to let Evie in, hang on. So you can't always do these pacing things that they suggest. And I think with all these professionals, it's all well and good them giving us advice and them saying do this, do that. But have they ever had this? Have they ever experienced it? I know one of the men on the pain management course, he actually had fibro. So that's fine. He obviously can get what fibro people go through, but I just feel it's all well and good giving all this advice, but sometimes it's not practical. Right, it says although not everyone with chronic fatigue syndrome is depressed, Some antidepressants can help ease fatigue, pain and disordered sleep. They've mentioned here duloxetine. Has anybody tried duloxetine? I haven't. At the moment I'm on nortriptyline because amitriptyline made me too zombie-like. Nortriptyline is still making me drowsy, but not to the extent that amitriptyline did. But I'm wondering if she's going to change my medication when I go as well. That could, maybe she'd put me on duloxetine, I don't know. Some people with CFSME crash, experience a period of immobilising physical and or mental fatigue. This often happens when a person is overloaded physically, mentally or emotionally. See, I think a lot of pain and fatigue is caused by emotion and by what you're feeling. So lately, like I say, the PIP thing and working has been on my mind every day. The bungalow, doing all the bungalow out. If you've been watching my vlogs, you've been seeing what we've been up to. There's been a lot going on. And I think that has got a lot to do with my fatigue. My body's just saying, I can't cope with all this. You know, this is just too much. So I do agree that emotion has a lot to do with what we feel. So some people with CFS have virus-like symptoms. They feel unwell and feverish, have a sore throat and swollen lymph glands. Yeah, I haven't got that. I mean, I feel unwell every day anyway. That's just part of fibro and ME, but I haven't got a sore throat and all that, thankfully. Therapy. Sorry, it's my phone. The most effective treatment for chronic fatigue syndrome appears to be a two-pronged approach that combines cognitive training with a gentle exercise program. Exercise again. Keep moving. Exercise. How can you when you're dragging your heels? Some days it makes me feel like I'm walking through thick mud. You know, like you're dragging your feet along because you're just so tired. It's just, you just want to scream. Because for someone like me and possibly you that were very energetic, very active before, like I say, I can always go back and see that I've always got tired easily, but I always carried on. You know, I just kept going. But now I can't carry on. You know, I have to just admit defeat, and you do feel like you're giving up. I don't know if you agree with that, but I feel like I'm giving up a lot of the time. I feel like, come on, Nicola, just shake yourself and get out of it and get on with it. But Evie's watching me, I've just got to show you. Are you watching your mummy? Are you watching me? She's just wet herself on the sofa, so she's probably feeling sorry for herself because I had to give her a shower. Anyway, I digress. Let me know in the comments, 1, what you do to help fatigue. 2, if you suffer with fatigue like I do and how you deal with it. And 3, if you exercise and you feel that it helps you. Because I exercise and I feel like it takes everything out of me. I wish, because so many people say, oh, do this exercise and then you're going to feel like a new woman and you're going to have all this energy. No, I haven't. I do the exercise and I just feel worse. But I'm doing it because I think that's what I should be doing. It's so confusing. And also it said about this what made me laugh. Hang on, let me find this one. Let me just get rid of them. Right, this is the first one. I just googled how to help fatigue, and this wasn't with a chronic illness. So it said, eat often to beat tiredness. So, okay, you eat your 3 meals a day, whatever. Get moving. Yes. Lose weight to gain energy. You help me. Oh, I'll lose weight if I can exercise, and then if I can eat really, really healthily and keep moving. So it's like a vicious circle. It's like one of them circles. So the first part of my circle is I can't move much because of pain, because of fatigue. So the second part is that makes it really hard for me to lose weight of the circle. There's a third part is, but lose weight to help you fatigue. So it's like going around and round and round. Sleep well. Who sleeps well with a chronic illness, right? Now, since I've been at the bungalow, I've been sleeping pretty well, I must admit. I've been doing all right. And the tablets I take before I go to bed, I take 2 Melissa Dreams. If you go back and look at what medicines I take, you'll see all of the links and everything. So I take 2 Melissa Dreams and 2 nortriptyline, and that usually helps me to sleep. But I don't usually go to sleep till about 11:30, 12 o'clock. So it does take me a while to go off. But when I go off, I'm usually gone unless I have pain that wakes me up. But I do have nightmares every night. And they're vivid nightmares. A lot of them I remember the next day as well, which doesn't help with the emotions, which doesn't help with the pain and the fatigue. So therefore, sleep well. Yeah, right, okay. Reduce stress to boost energy. How are you going to reduce what stress you've got? How? Stress is a natural thing in your life. I've done a video on stress. I'll try and remember to link it above. But reducing your stress, I find, okay, that's really hard. I've got 2 daughters at the moment. One's doing GCSE. 2 daughters at the moment? I've got 2 daughters full stop. What am I talking about? This is the fatigue and the fibro. So one's doing GCSEs, one's doing A-levels. Stressful, yeah? We've moved house. Stressful. I stress myself out daily about work, not being able to work, and PIP and this and that and the other, finances, and reduce it. Okay, I'll just not stress anymore. Ping! Ridiculous. Talking therapy beats fatigue. Talking therapy? Talking therapy? Oh, I've never heard of that. Does that just mean to talk more? I mean, I've got friends, I talk to them, I talk to Mark, I talk to the girls, talk to the dog a lot. Cut out caffeine, don't have caffeine. The only time I'd have caffeine is if I have a Diet Coke. And sometimes I give myself that to boost my energy, not cut it out. And drink less alcohol. Well, I've given up alcohol, if you've seen that in my vlog, so that one's gone. And that was all them. But like, obviously drink a lot of water. I don't know if I drink enough water. I have this bottle, and I guess I drink one of these during the day, and then I drink another one of these during the night, like before I go to sleep, because my tablets make me so thirsty. But whether I drink enough water, I don't know. I mean, I drink tea as well, so whether that's classed as still drinking water, or whether they're just saying plain water, I don't know. There's so many, isn't there? There's so many different views and opinions. Anyway, I better go now because I need to do something with my face before I see my friend later. And let me know in the comments all your tips, knowledge, things on fatigue. If you agree with what I've said, if you disagree with what I've said, that's fine too. It's just my opinion. And I'll see you all on Saturday for the weekly. Bye!